Going on YouTube? Getting ready to head out to Attica Raceway Park on this beautiful Friday in Northwest Ohio. She's all loaded up in the box. We're getting ready to get on the road.
Yep, we'll back on the LM tires this week. First time racing local this year, so be a little bit different for us. Excited to go back to Attica. We learned a few things at Wayne County, and that's kind of the whole point of traveling around and doing new things, is see if you can't learn something new. Like Brandon always says, pad the notebook. So kind of excited to get back to Attica tonight. Like Brandon said, it's beautiful out. Really nice spring day finally. So we'll go to Attica this week and hopefully get a little bit tuned up and stay fresh for next week's plans. So excited to get started. All right, well, we made it down to Attica Raceway Park. Looks like we got a decent field of late models tonight. These are the open late models that we're running with this week. Super late models, everybody calls them a little something different. Really the only difference is these guys are allowed to run aluminum blocks, whereas with the steel block series that we've been running with, they run steel blocks. Literally just like it sounds. So one engine block is made out of aluminum, one made out of steel. Other than that, pretty much the same exact cars. Now, if anybody's ever wondered, so here's the helmets, and we talk about pulling tear-offs and mud. So obviously there's no windshields in the car, right? And everybody kind of wonders, well, what happens when you get mud on your face, right? So what we got, these little things right here, kind of plastic strips, they're called tear-offs, right? Here's another pack of them, right? What they do is they go on the helmet. They go on the helmet and they hook to these little posts on each side. All right, and then what you do, it's kind of hard to see this, but I'll do my best. What you do is, starting with the first one, you fold it over, put one on, fold it over, put one on. So basically when I tear this first one off, the next tab will pop out. All right, so I mean, it's literally like it sounds. You're going around the track and get a bunch of mud on your face. If you can't wipe it, you reach up, you grab that tab, and you pull it off the helmet. And that's what gives you it's like a new windshield, right?
Okay, Bob, tell us what you were doing.
Well, I was over there double checking the timing. We didn't have that motor down this year, tore down, and we haven't checked the timing, and we've already been out 3 times. So I thought we did a plug check this weekend, or this week. Seen some things we didn't really like, so I think it's a good opportunity to check the timing and make sure that's all good. So it checked out good, so we're good there.
Get on out of Oregon, Ohio at 27.
man speak about? Hey, yo, man, what's up?
Hey, yo, man.
Oh, you know, just getting done going over the race car and knocking mud and rocks, checking rotors and whatnot, knocking mud out of rims, making sure everything's good to go for the heat race. I think we qualified second fast in heat 1 in our group, so we'll see how she shakes out, get her ready to go.
And then, of course, we've got the wonderful posse in here. And I guess our driver's kind of important.
What do we go through? Already we talk about qualifying or where we're starting? All right, so yeah, start's pretty good. I mean, obviously racing Wayne County last week helped. You go 9,000 miles an hour down to a corner and then turn immediately. So Attica is very similar track, just a little bit shorter. We'll see what happens in the heat race.
So unfortunately, the weatherman seems to have gotten things a little mixed up tonight. So we were a little unprepared. So we got us a new Attica Raceway beanie, a new Attica Raceway headband, and some new gloves.
Look at those baby hands.
Yeah, my hands are a little small, so they tend to judge me when gloves are too big. But it's fine. So it was supposed to be a nice average of around 68 this evening. And it's about, I don't know, feels like about 35. So we're not quite prepared, but we're good now. So let's get this thing rolling and finish out this night.
I couldn't get through center good because it was like wanting to trail the ass. If I would drive in off of fuel, it would turn, it would rotate better, but it was still free in center. So I couldn't charge entrance because it was free right in the center.
That's what it looked
Like just in the center. So that's why I tried fuel in, but that would make entrance a little too snug, you know? So like we just need to fix just right in the center, right rear is not in the track, you know? It didn't matter high, low, it didn't matter what I did. It was the same on the tires or even up. It just wanted to act the same way, like right in the apex of the corner. It was right rear free.
Fucking
Chelsea?
Find the lug on the two rear on the right side.
Oh no.
Should you bring the step stool? No. No, it's not.
Maybe a tire? Stand on a tire? What do you need? Fuel?
Okay, yep. So these cars don't have a fuel gauge or anything, so we do everything off of a stick, basically a dipstick. So a little stick in the back of the fuel cell here. You check it. Not screwed in, so you'll see here, I'll just dip it in there and check it. We got it marked out for where our gallon levels are, so we know where we're at. We change that depending on the heat feature, the duration of the race, track conditions sometimes. So that's how we don't really know when we're running out of fuel, but we know how much the car burns in a race, so that's how we kind of keep track of our fuel. Just a tick over 10. Tick over 10. So just for the record, this fuel that we run is 114 octane. Your normal street fuel is 87. This is 114, and this year this stuff is $12.50 a gallon. We usually burn anywhere from 6 to 10 gallons a night. So give you a little perspective there. So in a heat race, the car was a little snug on fuel on entrance. That means I'm on the throttle still. And it was a little free off the throttle. And then in the center of the corner, so the apex of the corner, the car was free no matter what I did. I could keep it snug on entrance being on throttle, but then when I got to center it wouldn't turn, so I had to come off throttle. So the car wasn't doing the things that we needed it to do, which didn't help. The guys that ran up ahead of us are basically, you know, all capable of winning a feature here. It's a pretty fast group of cars we had. So no real shame in a 5th place finish, but it's certainly not where we want to be. So Brandon went to work. We made a few changes here for the feature. Hopefully we got a little bit better car for us. We're starting heat, starting 9th, so 5th row inside. I would assume the sprint car features probably a 30 or 40 lapper. They usually take a toll on the track, but as cool as it is tonight, we should still have some grip, but it might help us out a little bit. Again, with the steel block car, we're, I don't want to say under motored, but under motored against some of these guys out here. Tracks like this, it's kind of stop go style track, and that hurts us. But made some changes. We'll give it our best shot here in the feature starting ninth, so if we can get us the top 5 out of this, it'll be a real good night. So ended up finishing 6th, right?
Yeah, 6th.
6th.
Yeah.
So I mean, really not a bad night at all at Attica. I mean, 6th with the supercars. You know, like I said, there's not a whole lot of difference, but this is a track that we've historically struggled at. So we did make some improvements. The changes we made on the car were in the right direction. We were definitely better in the feature. Could roll the center a little bit more like I wanted to. Little mid-race altercation with a infamous guy down here that, you know, had been racing for 13 fucking years. Drives like an idiot still. So all in all, a little more damage than we wanted to fix for this week, but you know, everything's still in one piece, and we'll get her banged back out, straightened back out. Overall, you know, top 10, 6th place finish. I'm not too disappointed about that. I feel like we were better at Attica than we've been probably ever. So overall, good night.